Hi, welcome to Effectus Gym Tips. Today we're going to take a look at another machine weight exercise and look at some variations you can do with free weights, body weight, even exercises you could do at home to replace always defaulting to the machine. What we're going to look at is the hamstring curl machine, the prone hamstring curl. Common exercise. A lot of the time there aren't many machines you can use to directly train the hamstrings, to isolate the hamstrings. And because of that hamstring curl machine becomes one of the only ones, becomes overused, becomes relied on. And it's actually one muscle group that there are a lot of free weight and body weight variations that you can use to replace that machine. Today we're going to look at 5 specifically. There's a lot more out there. There's variations of each of these you can do, but I'm just going to show you 5 for today. The first exercise I'm going to show you, traditional exercise, been around a long time, the basic hamstring curl on a ball. In this exercise, both feet on the ball for now. You can lift your hips up high. You can keep your hands off the mat. You can put them on your mat to start out with balance, whatever you prefer. Hips up high, roll that in, keep your hips up, let it out slow. Okay, this whole time, hamstrings tight, pulling in, staying tight as you let it out controlled. You can also do this exercise, like I said, single leg, much more advanced variation, working one leg at a time. Okay, that's our first exercise. Second exercise I'm going to show you is a variation of that you can easily do at home or at a gym if you have a slippery floor. Everybody has a slippery floor in their kitchen, their bathroom, wherever. You're going to basically place your heels. I'm going to have some slide discs here, but you can put your heels on a towel, anything slippery really. Fold it up, put it under your heels. Same exercise, you're going to press your hips up. You're going to slide that towel out, nice and controlled. Keep your butt above off the floor. Keep those hips up, pull back in. Okay, repeat. Out slow, pull back in. These two exercises, both this and the ball, are essentially the exact same movement as you're producing on the machine, where it's basically just knee flexion and knee extension, all controlled by the hamstring. Great variation. Another simple variation you can do without equipment, body weight only, sometimes people use it as a warm-up, is a glute bridge or reverse bridge. This one, you're just starting heels close to the body, lying back. Without using your arms, you're going to press your glutes, push your hips up to the ceiling, get nice and straight, squeeze your glutes, keep your hamstrings tight, lower, back up. Try as much as you can to push through the heels. I like to keep my toes up just to make sure that I am pushing through my heels. Do that nice and slow. Again, make that more advanced with a single leg variation. At the top, your body should be in one straight line from shoulder to heel. One straight line. Okay? Try those 2 variations at home or in the gym. Work them into a warm-up to replace using the machine, always defaulting to it. If you want to get into a slightly more advanced exercise, let you lift a little heavier, the great variation is the Romanian Deadlift. I'm just going to use dumbbells today to demonstrate. It's a little easier to do than pulling a bar out. But the Romanian Deadlift allows you to go a lot heavier and really put a lot more tension on the hamstrings. Okay? What you want to do is keep those knees slightly bent, but they must stay stiff. So the knee doesn't bend anymore, back flat. You're going to push your butt back behind you, keep those weights close to your legs, to that position, lift back up. Okay, down nice and controlled, get a little hamstring stretch, legs tight, back up. Be sure to keep your chest out, your head up, your back flat, feel that tension in the hamstring, come back up. Okay, great exercise to be able to lift heavy. Again, you can also do that single leg, one leg, nice and slow, bending into a T, and back up. Lots of tension on the one leg. Basically, by going from 2 legs to 1 leg, I've doubled the weight on one limb. That's a great exercise to lift heavy, but it's one of the biggest tips I'll tell you today is to use a variety of these exercises. Don't rely on one of these to replace the machine, because all of them train the hamstrings a little different. The hamstring curls on the ball or on the slide board rely on a lot of knee flexion and train the hamstrings where they cross the knee, whereas the Romanian Deadlift, as you saw, you're keeping the knee stiff and all the motion's at the hip. So it's all working at the hip joint and isolating that area. So it's important that you use both and use variations. Just don't rely just on that machine. I know it's an easy machine to jump on, easy machine to use, and feel free to use it sometimes, but don't make it the be-all and end-all of training the hamstrings. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.